Welcome back. Part 15. Math is easy, step by step. So here I'd like you to try another stop and pause, right? 2/3 minus 4/27. Okay. Okay, so take a look here at the product T chart I set up for you. We've got one of the denominators 3, the other denominator 27. And we're going to multiply all the way down to 11. Right? Go ahead and stop and pause. You figure out the products of these two values all the way down to 11. Then take the next steps in creating a common denominator. What would you do? I will come back and I will show you step by step what I did. But this is an opportunity for you to work this problem on your own. Stop and pause in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so as you can see here, all the multiples of 3. 3 times 1 is 3. And each time you can add 3 to get the next multiple, right? So 3 times 2, or 3 plus 3 is 6. Add 3 to 6 and you get 9. That's 3 times 3. Add 3 to 9 and you get 12. That's 3 times 4. Add 3 to 12 and you get 15. That's 3 times 5. Add 3 to 15, you'll get 18. That's 3 times 6. On and on and on. So 3 times 7 is 21, 3 times 8 is 24, 3 times 9 is 27. If we look up here at 27, pretty quickly you can see 27 times 1 is 27. So the common denominator here is 27. But real quickly, I'd like to show you. And this is how I did this. I don't have 27s memorized. 27 times 1 is 27. Now 27 times 2 is 27 plus 27, which is 54. 27 times 3 is 54 plus another 27, which gives you 84. Excuse me. You take 54 and you add 27. That gets you not 84. I think it's 83. So these other products may be wrong. We all make mistakes. But I do know for certain that 27 is going to be our common denominator. So you're going to take 3 and you're going to multiply it times 9 to get 27. What you do to the bottom, you got to do to the top. So I'll multiply 2 times 9 as well. 27 times 1 is 27. So I'll multiply 1 times 27 on the bottom of the fraction, and then I'll multiply the 1 times the top of the fraction. Okay, so you can see here how 2 times 9 is 18, 3 times 9 is 27, minus, 4 times 1 is 4, 27 times 1 is 27. So the denominators are the same, they will stay the same all the way through into our answer. 18 minus 4 is 14. Now the question is, can we reduce this fraction of 14 over 27? Is there a number I can divide in top and bottom evenly other than 1? Okay, so if you look here, 14 is divisible by 1, 2, 7, and 14. 27 is divisible by 1, 3, 9, and 27. So the only numbers that both the top part of the fraction, the numerator, and the bottom part of the fraction, the denominator, share is 1. So this fraction will not be reduced. 14/27 is the reduced form of the fraction. Now I'd like to show you what steps you could have taken if you used my fractional trick I showed you earlier in some of the parts of the videos. Okay, did you use the fraction trick I showed you a little bit earlier to find the common denominator? If you did, this is a quick review for you. You can take 3 and you can multiply it times 27 to get a common denominator. Now, if you use this method many times, you have to reduce that final fractional answer. So 3 times 27 can be written like this. 3 times 7 is 21. put the 1 down here, I carry the 2. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. 3 times 27 is 81. 81 will be your common denominator. What did you do after that? Okay, so the next steps to follow is, since you multiplied 3 times 27 to get the common denominator, here where the denominator was 3, you'd multiply 27. But what you do to the bottom, gotta do the top. So 2 times 27 is 54. 3 times 27 is 81. Minus, minus. Now, since you multiplied 3 with the 27, here with the denominator of 27, you'll multiply times 3. But what you do to the bottom, gotta do it to the top part of the fraction. 27 times 3 is 81. 4 times 3 is 12. So now, as you can see here, we have common denominator of 81 stays 81 throughout the problem, unless you can reduce that fraction. 54 minus 12. Because we have the same common denominator, again, we can add or subtract the top numbers or the numerators. 54 minus 12 is 42. 42 over 81. The question you have to ask yourself, can you reduce this fraction? Is there a number I can divide into top and bottom evenly without a remainder that will simplify or reduce this fraction? Yes, you absolutely can reduce this fraction. Now, it's maybe hard to see at first, but 42 can be divided by 3 evenly, because 3 times 14 is 42. Or look at it this way. 3 can be divided into 42. 3 goes into 4 one time, leaving you a remainder of 12. And I know that 3 times 4 is 12. So 14 times 3 is 42. Or 42 divided by 3 equals 14. 81 divided by 3. 3 can also go into 81 evenly, right? 81 can be divided by 3 evenly. 2 times 3 is 6. And if you take away 6 from 8, that leaves you 21. And 3 times 7 is 21. So 27 times 3 is 81. And we end up with the same fraction that we started with earlier when we used the product chart of a 14 over 27. So you can see by using the product chart, we did not have to reduce 14 over 27. That was our answer. So sometimes using that product chart is a pretty good way to find a common denominator, because many times it will be reduced already. Now, this trick you can absolutely use multiplying the denominators together to find a common denominator. But again, many times, like 42 over 81, you're going to have to reduce or simplify that final fraction answer. Okay, so that concludes part 15. Thank you for joining me. I'm sorry that was a little long, but I thought it'd be worth the while to go over and show you, again, that fraction trick to find a common denominator. Math is easy. Take it step by step. If I've helped you, please help me to help others. Like, follow, share, subscribe. Thank you for joining me.